This conference will now be recorded. This conference will now be recorded.
All right, so today is Wednesday, March 13th. We are midway through our trading week. And just before we get started, remember classes will be beginning again. Our level 1 lesson 3 will begin today at 10 a.m. and then level 4, lesson 4, excuse me, will be at the end of the day at 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. All right, guys, let's take a look at what's going on out there. A little bit of a slow morning, pretty much across the board, but one of the biggest things that obviously everyone's looking at is this ACB. So coming into the morning, this jump up on basically wasn't really on much volume. I mean, we can see we did get some pretty decent, almost 200,000 shares to kind of push it back up, but then we just really sat there. It held on pretty low volume, and especially for that early to be able to hold. We ended up making a run back up towards that 9 level. So at 9, at 8 this morning, we did get a little bit of buying around this 9. Not as much as I would have liked to see, but overall, 750,000 share print line sitting at 887. No reason we can't see this thing come back up, especially, just to hit back to this double top. And then there's no reason that we can't see more buying that's going to come in to show us that we're going to be able to get to that 10 level. But the amount of buying that we have so far has not really indicated that we're going to be looking for it to be able to go to 10 yet. Remember, these cheaper stocks, we want to look for the same exact things, okay? It has all the variables that we need right now. It's got buying up above. It is holding on really not much trading. So really all we're going to be looking for is a trigger to break back up past towards that print line and show us that we'll be able to break past that 9 level. Next thing looking at is a sideless stock, and it's pretty much the only other thing that I have is this VVPR. Now, I know it looks like absolute garbage, but Pritesh told me this morning, I know when we were doing class yesterday, apparently it hit 3 about 3 times, and there's a ton of buying that's sitting back up here. So far it's still holding. I mean, if you look over here, the aftermarket consolidation, we really wanted to hold that 2 level. If we break underneath that 2, then more than likely we're not going to be able to see much coming out of it. But if we do hold that 2, trigger back towards the upside, there's a ton of buying that's sitting at that 3 level. So all we need is a push towards there in order for it to be able to break up above. And then, like I said, I mean, everything else that I was looking at out there, I don't really see too much. I mean, I looked at a few different things, but let's take a look at the scanners. Let's see if anything new came up in here. All right, so we have AKTX, just not enough volume. PAVN, this is one where, I mean, it jumped up, but I don't really see anything that's going on there that gives us any type of real interest. One thing that we do have, and the reason I'm going to put it on our side list is because of the fact that we do have kind of an extended staircase right here that we're still holding, and it's looking to break out towards that upside. So basically, we'd have to see it break this trend line, break up above 125 on some volume, and there's no reason we don't get back to that double top at 140. Obviously, when we get to the buying that we see coming up towards that 140 is going to tell us if we're going to be able to get to that 150 level. So I'm going to put it on our side list. I'm not 100% sold on it, but it's not the worst thing that we have out there. Next thing is TEUM, 461,000 shares, but just absolutely there's nothing going on there. Volume is way too sporadic. I don't see anything that we're going to be able to really pay attention to. ACB, we've already spoken about. We have AM, 107,000 shares, but that's really just because of one bigger print that we see going on out there. And that's pretty much it. GEVO, 327,000 shares, but not really doing any type of trading. Next one, looking at on the losers side, we have VVPR, which we've already spoken about. VSTM, 129,000 shares, no real trading that's going on there. PDD, we've seen this thing move big time before. PDD, I like a lot. Real smooth trading stock as we're looking, coming into the open. The biggest thing, though, is that they really didn't give much besides this right here, 2750. As we were coming back down, you can see we definitely got a great amount of selling, not only above that 2750, but actually at that 2750. So this thing is, probably one of my favorites out there this morning, just based off the fact that, I mean, it's just an extremely smooth trading stock with a big range, following the rules very, very well. Next thing we're looking at is SEAL, S-E-E-L, absolute nothing going on there as well. ZTO, 123,000, but not really much at all, no real trading going on. And then Roku. Roku I am going to put on our list for this morning. Roku's been pretty hot lately. We've been seeing some really nice moves coming into it. You can see yesterday a little bit underneath its range. Overnight took a pretty big hit. It's just closed at 772 all the way down to our lows here of about 67.50. So certainly something to be looking at right now. I'm not really seeing much selling that's coming into it. We had a little bit before at 71, but most of what we've been seeing at around that 68 is actually a bit of buying. So we're going to need a better show of hand. We haven't really got a great show of hand coming into it yet, but it's certainly going to be a mover. It's been like I said, a real hot stock lately. All that buying at flooring steel, but never triggered. Yep, and if it never triggers, you never trade it. Unfortunately, it certainly has the money that's sitting back up there, but just no trigger. So we're gonna have to wait to see if something pops up there. What does Fox AV look the way it does? Fox AV. Fox Core, because I don't know. It's not really trading or doing anything. It got some huge prints in it, but Fox A is usually what you would look to trade. Let's see. I'm not sure about Fox AV though, but nothing really going on out there. Nothing interesting. BP 27 PDD. Okay. For that. All right, yeah, so PDD is probably my favorite looking stock of this morning. Beautiful selling that just came into that 27 level as Adam had just put out there. All right, guys, anything else out there that I missed? Anything else out there that I missed? Nope, looks like it. All right, guys, so remember, class, the link is going to be sent out in a few minutes. So I'll see everyone in class at 10 and the rest of you in the chat room. Happy trading.